Alright, so before we dive into the second session, first thing is first, we got new character profiles. Anzu, that was the pigtailed zombie girl, right? A girl with a baneful bloodline who was brought back to life by Ava's powers. Sayaka's little sister. Although she's faithfully working to carry out Ava's order of kill Aya, her hunger has driven her away from Sayaka and she secretly devours zombie flesh. We did see her doing that though, I didn't know it was a secret. She loves her big sister just like she did while they both still lived. Unlike Sayaka, she remembers very little of her past, other than her big sister who she remembers clearly. Enamored of Sayaka's superhuman strength, she looks up to her sissy. Although she hopes to master the flail at some point, just like Sayaka, she's much too clumsy and has never even once handled it correctly. And then of course we have the big sister, or sissy. A girl with a baneful bloodline who was brought back to life by Ava's powers, Anzu's big sister, faithfully working to carry out Ava's order to kill Aya. Very similar here. Unlike Anzu, no matter how strongly Sayaka feels the urge to eat human flesh after her reanimation, and no matter how hungry she gets, she would rather die than eat a zombie. She has long regretted killing Anzu in a battle to the death between sisters while both still lived. She's overjoyed to be able to live together with Anzu again now that both have been reanimated, and she feels strongly that her mission as a big sister is to ensure that Anzu survives no matter what happens to her. Incredibly strong, even for a member of the baneful bloodline, she prefers to fight with a flail. Instantly, Anzu stopped calling her sis and started referring to her as my sissy at some point. Although Sayaka enjoys karaoke, when she sees machinery of any kind, she's consumed by the desire to destroy it. It's for this reason that she's never actually completed an entire song. That's a strange bit of trivia there. I want some of their backstory. Tell me more about them. Oboro, as the father of Aya and Saki, Oboro loves his wife and daughters more than life. Although he had been plotting with Tsubaki, because that's how we're pronouncing it in this, to destroy the Ouroboros organization that uses the baneful blood for its own ends, he had to continue working as an assassin on his own after Tsubaki injured her leg. Discovering that his daughter Aya was naturally skilled with the sword, he set off with her on a long journey of training. Ava then killed Tsubaki, however, and started brainwashing Saki. The shock of this was too much for Oboro, who caused him to lose control of his baneful blood, and along with it his rationality. One day he almost hurt Aya for real while berserk, and so he left home without a word to protect her. His goals were to defeat Ava by saving Saki from her brainwashing, but his sanity gradually started slipping away for longer periods of time, so much so that he tried to kill Aya upon seeing her again. This made him realize that he shouldn't expect to live much longer. Leaving Saki and the remains of Tsubaki to Aya, he chased after Ava with the intention of using his dying efforts to achieve vengeance against Ava for what she'd done to Tsubaki. So they keep mentioning Ava, but we know so little about her. That was presumably the woman whispering in Saki's ear in the thing. Now we got Nurse Zombie. Ordinary female nurse who became undead. Since the medical facility was used as the site of experiments by a certain organization, there are quite a few zombified nurses wandering around. Although their appearance may differ somewhat, their behavior is similar to that of a female zombie. Fat Man is one of the results of experiments run by the organization Ouroboros. When a drowned corpse is given undead DNA, the gas produced by internal decay increases explosively. This effect stretches out the skin as well, and when the gas is released, the life force of this undead transforms the flesh into something horrific. Although it lacks a sense of self, much like any undead, it differs in that it goes on a rampage when beheaded. It's rumored that this was a failed experiment of some kind. I'm not gonna lie, getting beheaded pisses me off a lot too. Oh, we got more police zombie. Policeman who became undead uses the gun it's held since it was alive as a weapon, although shooting one of these from a distance is dangerous since it takes some time for police zombie to raise its aim and fire. You can disable it by rapidly approaching and slicing off both of its arms. Although some of these carry shields as well, you can easily defeat them by sneaking up behind them. Dog zombie, a dog that was put to sleep due to the arrogance of humans, back again as an undead creature. Perhaps holding on to a grudge due to its treatment while alive, it rushes forward to attack any human it sees. It tends to hunt in packs that move with the speed of wild animals. Its body is rotting, however, and its sense of smell is no longer sharp. Oh, I need to know more about the Mudman, a special undead creature modified by someone. Known for its corroded and glutinous body, it's immune to most forms of attack. Either go between the gaps to destroy the core at the center of its body, or defeat it with the power of a berserk member of the baneful bloodline. Smells even nastier than your average undead creature. And that's good to know, because I was having a difficult time picturing how it smells. I also discovered where I can access costumes, and it is in practice mode. That is a little disappointing, since I would like to see them in the story cutscenes and whatnot. Or perhaps you can change the costume after you beat the story at least once, and maybe I should have just done that before streaming it or recording it at all. But it's too late now. Aya sees a figure that looks like Oboro for a brief moment, but is attacked by someone and loses him once again. And yet, the attacker's voice sounds familiar. I think reading
Father?
that... Oh! Wait, no, I think the costume changed in story mode as well. Because that's what I changed them to in practice mode. I was just looking at them and just kind of left them on things.
You're in our way. Step aside. Saki!
Yeah, I think I left Ray's because I just liked her default.
Sis! It's an older sister's duty to protect her younger sister. Looks like she's not backing off unless we fight.
Always gotta zoom in on the
Fine.
tits. Like, I get it that
We'll
the
take
gun
you
was also
down and then
on
go
in the
find our
scene, but
father.
come on. Okay, so
Get in
yeah,
my
I
way
guess
and I'll
because
show no
Saki's is more
mercy.
pink now, you'll notice.
Saki, I got your back.
I'm not a little kid. I got your back too, you know.
Okay, well,
Saki. Thanks. I'm counting on you.
so I think I had, last time I streamed, I believe I had my phrasing wrong. Parry and predict is not the same thing. Parry is quite obviously the parry move that I suck at doing. Predict is the timed dodging. Whenever we get that little slowdown, that little stylish slowdown, I believe that is what predict actually is. That was predict. So maybe I'll be focusing on doing that more than parry. Because also, I did note that there was the $300,000 ring that makes predict easier is not what I wanted, because I wanted to make parry easier. So just a quick little correction on that. There is a ring that makes parry easier, except it is $500,000. So that's going to take even longer to save up for. She's not talking a whole lot, nor are we talking during this fight, so it's not particularly exciting. What are you doing over here? Is this a gimmick? Oh, you're just taking off. Oh, I'm supposed to follow, right.
Leave it to me.
Ow, she's shooting at me and it's doing a whole lot of damage. Oh, I know. It makes sense why she wouldn't be speaking. Because then I'd recognize her voice, since we've only ever spoke on the phone. But I feel like, oh, stop that, stop that. I couldn't see it coming. Stop, why are you doing it again so soon? Alright. Ah! Stop! No, fuck fighting police zombies while you keep doing that shit. You gotta go. Get out of the air. What are you doing up there? Once again, player character is making for a difficult boss fight because you know they already got those moves. There we go. Oh, knocked her a bit too far away for the slashes. Should be using my dodge more. I think I wasn't using my dodge at all last session. I think I just kind of forgot about it, which would be why I only ever saw that happen like once or twice. One thing I would like to do is turn on the cool combo timer thing and see how that works. See how that looks. Probably after this boss fight that's particularly long, kind of annoying. So I think they're both quests. I realized my mistake when I was looking at the quest thing, and it said there's a quest for doing many predicts and a quest for doing many parries, and I was like, oh wait, is that a different thing? Was I just confused the whole time? And in typical TK fashion, yes, I was confused. I am usually confused. There we go. Took a moment to stop and time that. Oh yeah, cool finish. There we go.
Ooh, wait a second.
Huh?
Jeez, I didn't think you were this strong. Nice to finally meet you in person, Aya.
You're... Ray?
What? That's Ray? I knew it was you. I mean, who else could fight like that?
You attacked us just to find that out?
I never would have known if it was the true you if we didn't spar a little, right? Sure you would. I mean, it's not like anybody else dresses like this.
Shut it.
You're looking for your father, yeah? Let me give you a hand. Give us a hand? Because of you, we just lost sight of him.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dummy. I feel like that the chapter before this one, when you finally have control of the two sisters, should have been called 2 Deadly Girls. And this one should have been called 3 Deadly Girls. But hey, that's just my humble opinion. Alright, so I'm just going to hit up the main menu real quick so that I can go into practice mode and change the costumes, which I honestly think is a bit of a hidden and obtuse place to put that. However, we just learned a new character profile, so let's read about Ray. Another undead hunter who contacts Aya as an informant. In return for Aya hunting down the undead based on Ray's intel, Ray looks for information on Aya's missing family members as a business partner. Ray contacts Aya and issues various instructions. Aya knows almost nothing about Ray's origin, and mysteries still abound. One thing Aya does know, however, is that Ray also has sisters. I feel like we already knew that. Did we need to defeat her to unlock that?
It's a bit of a detour, but we might run into your father if we go through here.
All right. So, you never mentioned you could fight, Ray.
Hey, I've been training, alright? There's more to me than just informant, you know.
Alright, so it turns out I did leave Ray's costume on something else, and it did not change in this. Probably only when she is a playable character. I have a feeling that might be the case. It will not change the character model outright, it only changes it when they are being played as, so... Saki and Aya's was changeable just now. Without any problem. Also a mission for getting many of those. I mean, they're just good to do.
Father taught me this.
Father taught me how to slash really hard.
She's annoying too.
But,
Are you hearing this, Aya? Your sister is being mean to me.
Well, you probably said something to piss her off, right?
So, yeah, I changed Aya's costume back to her regular one, but a pink version because, of course, my favorite color is pink. I'm not going to leave it on this. I'll probably change the costumes every stage until we've seen them all and I've decided on my favorite, and then I will leave it on that. But, ooh. So, for now... and then probably only one variant too, because there's only like a handful of costumes per character, with 3 different colors for each. This is obviously Aya's, like I said, Aya's base costume. But just the pink version, because that's my favorite color, of course. I don't like that move. Sometimes I do it by accident, because I am just doing the button mashy. Oh, you didn't take care of the shield, guys. I also changed their weapons. Let's go back to Aya real quick. You'll notice her sword is a blue glowy sword. Maybe a little difficult to see. And then her dual swords have like anime characters on them, I guess. Cutesy anime characters. Perhaps a little difficult to see again. And then Saki... I guess is that her sword sheath back there? I don't super know what she's wearing on her back, but it's like I guess it's just a character pillow. I don't know. It was kind of stupid. I'll probably take it off because I thought it was the sword, because when you're looking at the character model in the when you're changing the costume, it shows the sheath sticking out. So I guess that's just what her sheath is. It changed the sword to like a
You know, it's
big
really
blue
great
thing.
to have you with us, Ray. But you could have at least contacted
and
me.
she puts it in the bedding.
Hey, I was tied up. Meetings and stuff, you know.
Stand back. But don't you work alone?
Well, yeah, but I needed to make arrangements to ensure a steady stream of supplies, and look, I had my hands full, all right?
Talk about vague excuses.
So yeah, oh, and this is again Saki's default. Well, not really her default. Her Aya's recommendation, which is the costume she changed to after we obtained her as a playable character. There is a pink and a black version. I had it set to the pink one in the last stage because, of course, it's my favorite color. So I just set it to black this time. So, and then we got a sneak peek at Aya's lingerie bikini by accident because I didn't think changing them to practice mode affected the gameplay here. Oh, I dodged a bullet. That's fancy. Getting a lot of cool finishes. So there's a quest for cool finishes for both Saki and Aya separately. So I'm going to try to use them somewhat evenly. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should be focusing more on one character. Because what if I never reach any of those by the time I feel like I'm finished playing this game? Whereas if I was just playing as the one, I could at least get that one and then just stop using them and work on getting the rest. Oh, that was a cool fish. Also, I don't think we ever took a look at what her triangle was. We know Aya's is the throwing thing. Oh, hers is the kick. Oh, and it's like it's a 3-hit combo as well. It's just... What is... Oh, CF match. That just means I must have done enough cool finishes. In general, instead of character-based like the in-game quests wants you to do. I figured they wouldn't take long before I got that one, especially with how frequently it's been in this stage so far. So we've encountered the, what was it, enraged undead or whatever the hell they were, with the red glow on them. And I think these are giant versions of those. That ain't great. These ones are gonna be very tough. Ow. Especially when they're together like that. Yeah, this ain't going great. Is my thing there full? Yeah, I guess it is. There we go. I'll take care of them quickly. Swap out since I have low health and a lot of recoverable health. I think there was also a trophy for defeating every type of the enraged undead. And I like the story mode probably has one of each type over time, right? Nope, this one. So I have to assume that that'll just be given to me at a random point throughout the story mode.
Sis, look! A big teddy bear! Ugh, gross! It's like a big filthy ball of lint.
Oh, that over there.
Stand back.
What? Is she serious? Sis has always been into creepy stuff like that. So even you agree it's creepy, right? You know surprisingly little about Sis, given you've been working with her. And after sending that bratty message, dear Saki, you sure did come around pretty quick. What did you say, Ray of Sunshine? Hey, don't go giving me nicknames. That's lame. I could say the exact same thing to you.
I can't take any more of this.
I feel like that Ray of Sunshine thing isn't something that would work in Japanese, would it? Or perhaps in the Japanese version, she just straight up said Ray of Sunshine in English. Because I could see that absolutely happening.
Sis, why don't you just take that bear for yourself? I know you want it. She's right. It's not like anyone's looking.
You can't do that. Mr. Bear likes it right where he is. You can't just move him against his will.
Ugh, we've completely lost her. Yup, she's in her own little world.
I guess character swapping when there's a knockdown is a pretty good way to maintain a combo. Because when they do that, it's super annoying attack, and Aya's knocked down, it would be, oh. Or like when that's happening, it would be a good opportunity to switch to Saki. Keep it going. Yeah, that anime thing on her back is super distracting. I can't handle it anymore. I'm gonna remove that. See, when that's, oh no, I just brought Aya into it. See how awful that was? What was I supposed to do about that? There we go. I could have sworn I did a cool finish on it just now. Guess I missed it. Oh, I really could take this bear, though. Oh, hello. I didn't realize we were still in combat. Nice to meet you. Military Zombo. When she, like, joins the... When she, like, gets swapped to shut up is a very odd thing to say at that time. I like a lot of the stuff Saki says, like, just die already. She's just rude and impatient. And I love that about her character. She was the one that was always making fun of the other little sister in Z2 Chaos, calling her fun bags and stuff, because Saki's the only mostly flat-chested character. And I think Saya has the biggest, because she's like the youngest, so it's like a contrast thing, an ironic thing. And of course Saki resents her for that, because that's always a character thing that happens. Flat-chested characters are always jealous of the big-chested characters.
I can't help but wonder about something.
We know the real truth though, right?
No. These huge footprints. They're way too big to be human.
I thought you killed that thing already.
I already kind of know, yeah, this thing. I already kind of knew that would happen because of the little preview when I went to continue game after switching the costumes again. Oh yeah, babies. Love thinking about babies.
What the heck is that giant thing?
I was sure I defeated it before I met up with
Alright, so this time around, Aya's costume is the second version, the more modest
I have no
bikini.
intel on this form. Even without intel, it'll still die if they hack it to bits, right?
Hey! Don't let your guard down! I bet something's up with its weird-looking stomach.
Anyways, sorry, I'm trying not to talk over the dialogue. It's the more modest costume, the more modest bikini rather, that was introduced during the second arc of the game after we have Saki as playable, except the white version. This is a bad camera angle and it sucks. I also switched to Saki's first version costume, the schoolgirl outfit, but instead of just going with the blue one, we're going for the yellow with the darker skirt. Ow, this enemy sucks. I just hate looking at it. It's distracting to look at. It's just ruining my day being near it. Oh, it's still after Saki, even though I switched to this character. That's interesting.
Ew! Gross! Oh, I get it! It stored the cord in its stomach.
Be careful. I bet that cord is pretty long.
Ew, it's got like an internal... Its belly is filled with umbilical cord that just comes out. That's just gross. You know, I'm all about the gross characters, but ew, and it like props itself up through it. It's just... God damn it. Where are you going, baby? Oh, now it's... I do really like that its head skin peels off into horn-like appendages. And now we're in a new phase. What do you mean? I dodged. There was a cool dodge and everything. You can't give me the cool animation and then I take damage anyway. That's cheating. Alright, now we're into a final phase, presumably. Why is the lock-on not working? There we go. Slash it right up its butt. Oh, and then you just do a quick turnaround. Couldn't have predicted that. I would like to dual swords for a little bit, if you please. So I changed their weapons back to normal. Aya's single sword is still the blue glowy one because that one's not obnoxious, but I felt like the anime characters on her two swords, as well as Saki's giant sheath, was just super annoying to look at. It seems that while I was in the air just now, it has a hard time hitting me. Which makes sense since it's... Oh my god! Stop! Is that... Okay, see, I went towards it and then jumped away because I assumed it would do that annoying thing that many times in a row. Okay, good. This boss fight sucked. The only thing I like about it is the horns thing.